I'm Ronald Burrell, one half of the Burrell brothers, multi-platinum producers.
My name is Reggie. I'm from the world.
Burrell Brothers is #1. They've always been #1 since Bon Noir, since Moon Groove Records, and those are my brothers.
This is some of the albums. This isn't all records. This is just about a lot of the R&B and the pop stuff that we did. It isn't any of the new groove stuff, which is about 110 records. This right here, it's our first album with Virgin Records. Pirateers are selling this for over $500, 500 pounds, so somewhere around $1,000, which I find is crazy. This is the first album I ever produced on a group called Bon Noir, New York Underground, with my man Little Louis Vega. This is another group that we did with Vincent Herbert called Into You. Of course, we did this album, which was the last album on Uptown Records, with the late, great Heavy D. We did 112, Joya, Onifa, Total, JoJo.
Everybody.
Be specific.
No, everybody.
You have to be specific.
Come on, man.
You ain't work with
30
Jay-Z?
years. Yeah, I did.
I want them to start singing again. They always fight with me. They won't sing.
When we got in the band, we was about 12, 13 years old, is when I believe it started.
Making music, just banging on desks and banging on stuff around the house, because that's important to me, you know. And in the cafeteria, getting beats on the tables, and going home after doing that, and banging on my mother and father's pots and pans, and getting a drum machine. It just progressed, you know. It always was there.
When I got my first check. Because you said for a living, that means I can make money at it. When they paid me for it, that's when I knew I could do it for a living.
It never was like a living. It was like that I had to make music. I didn't know whether or not it would be like for money or, you know, profit. I just knew that I loved music and it would always be something I had to do. A whole lot of records taught me to be who I am.
Basically the old funk bands, Earth, Wind & Fire, Slave, Stevie Wonder, Roger Troutman, and Zap. Those are the biggest.
Diamond to Cameo, to Manhattan Transfer, to, you know, people of today, everybody. And, you know, even bad records, what people can consider bad records, I learned something from that, you know. So a whole lot of records taught me to be who I am. I don't know if I made my dream into a reality. I continue to make it a reality, but it kind of happened by a blessing. God gave it to us. We just made music, and a lot of people took notice of it, and plopped our first deal in our lap, which was a major recording deal with Virgin Records. Now, staying in it is an effort.
I just try to come up with something that I've never heard before, and hopefully the people listening have never heard it before either, because it's really all about new music, you know, new sounds, new ways of approaching some stuff, and that's what I did, is just basically remain, you know, ignorant in a sense, and just keep creating new sounds.
Yes, we do it by not even thinking about it. We do it by just creating good music and putting it out there, and it's the fans of our house music and house music in general that keep us there.
They always staying innovative, you know, and keep it moving.
Biggest achievement?
I don't know, just being in the music business so far. I mean, you know, a lot of people kind of disappear. I can't say I'm at the height of my career, but I'm not gone or finished by any stretch of the imagination. So just being around since '88, I think is an achievement in itself.
Every record I ever put out is an achievement to me.
It's all memorable. There's no most. It's all memorable. I mean, from working in somebody's basement to working in Sony Studios, it's all memorable. I've had some good times and bad times in both.
I just love making records. So whenever it becomes a record, that's great. And meeting people that I never would have thought to have become the people that they are, to see people grow and become superstars when they were just normal people sitting around, you know, that's always a good achievement to be able to see that for me.
We're gonna work on an album, right? Ronald, what's up?
Yeah, sure.
2 albums. It's like that.
How to get 2 albums? I get 2 albums out of this already. See, record deals do happen. Right. I got 2 albums.
Just gave him a 2-album deal. Only 16 grand though. That's all I have in my bank account, so that he gets that. You know.
Yeah,
that's it. Burrell #1. We're gonna do it.
16 grand, but I'm only getting 1,600 of it.
Now you got craziness.